Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Power Driven Podcast. Today, we're doing something risky.
Junker drag truck. And we're talking about the Junker drag truck today, guys. For real.
4 seconds.
All right. This is actually pretty risky because we're going to let you guys in on how stupid we really are.
Oh, boy. This is not good.
This is gonna be kind of weird because literally we were talking about something we want to do. And we said we should just like share with the people what we spend our evenings doing here in the shop, talking about stupid projects, stupid ideas. So today we're talking about the junker. We're talking about burnouts. And so here's the story, guys. We're literally talking about this. We have been invited to do burnouts at SEMA. Pretty exciting. Take our trucks to do burnouts at SEMA. Meyer is going to be gone because, it's unfortunate. But
so the Horsepower Rodeo is going to SEMA. That's Weston Champlin and his Australian buddy, Kyle.
Yep.
They have a race or a burnout organization called Horsepower Rodeo. And they go, hey, you guys need to show up for the diesel crowd to show how good diesels can do a burnout. And these are like Australian blown methanol, super professional burnout rigs. And I'm just kind of like,
they're better than us.
I'm like,
they are.
No chance.
So, yeah, we decided to bring the best PDD has to offer, the Junker drag truck.
It is a pretty wicked burnout machine. It is.
So today we're going to strategize how to make the junker better. And this is like live shop talk. This is not planned. We're just trying to figure out.
Junker's not the only one doing burnouts.
Yeah.
The world's greatest tow truck. That hurts Meyer to say that.
Last time I had to save that truck, I made him promise that he was going to give a full year until that.
What is your truck? You have to introduce.
But then his broke. So mine's Ruby. Mine's Ruby by 15
There was
horsepower
no part
tow
in the
truck.
contract or anything that stated.
I don't remember signing anything.
So
I feel
Ruby,
like any words at 2 a.m. count.
Okay, that's right.
Like,
If it said 2
in the
a.m.,
moment,
it's solid.
you said it.
So
I
Ruby, your tow
expect
mega
it.
cab is also going to do burnouts at SEMA. Your
Yes,
street truck.
My street truck.
You're going to risk your engine for SEMA.
I know. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Meyer's like, you're so stupid. My wife's like, you're so stupid. I'm like, burnouts at SEMA? You don't just get to do that every day. It's kind of a cool thing in the automotive world. I got to go down in my tow truck to SEMA.
That's how I knew how big of a deal this was. Todd's like, yeah, they're doing this burnouts. And I was like, cool. Like, I don't know. I've got other things I'm doing. Burnouts can be destructive. I don't know if I want to the Shorty's been such a fun truck to drive.
Yes.
I don't want to ruin it by doing a burnout. And he's like, I think I'm doing a burnout Ruby. I was like, oh, this is kind of a big deal, huh? I was like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if it's going to be a big deal. There might not even be anybody there the day we do it who's going to watch us. I don't know, but just to say I took my truck down to SEMA, not just to be like a display, but actually do burnouts, do a show, put some on. That's pretty fun. So I don't know. I think it'll be cool. I hope it'll be cool. I hope it's worth the damage I'm going to do to my tow truck, which is brilliant.
It's fine. I mean, tow truck, good cooling system on it. Don't be dumb.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine.
So the clock's ticking right now. SEMA is, do we even have 2 weeks from now?
No.
No, we do not.
SEMA is.
And this is true power-driven fashion. So since this is a shop talk, you guys get to realize how frustrated I get with
What
this
day is it? Is
crew.
it Tuesday?
Today is Tuesday.
So SEMA's exactly 2 weeks from this time of filling. And the junker is out in the back pasture. Hasn't been running since
The last burnout
burnout contest in March.
We want to change turbos. I want to put those Aggressor 98s on that thing because that's what I have on Ruby. And you can't be so outgunned by me. So you got to get an Aggressor 98 on your truck.
So the recipe to make what we're thinking to make the junker better is let's add more power to it.
Yeah.
Of
It's
course.
like a no-brainer. Like, why wouldn't you?
So there's a couple issues we've run into, right? You've done burnouts in Arizona and Montana. You did them in Arizona, and that's been sitting ever since. You both had some serious overheating issues. You melted crap.
So to be
You set it
fair,
on fire.
I may or may not have remembered to turn my fans on for that one.
Oh.
So that's kind of my bad.
I think I blew up a boot, didn't I?
Yeah,
Or
you
blew
blew
it
a boot.
off.
And then you melted a line, and it started on fire.
Yeah.
And I threw my Predator belt off, I think.
Yeah. Which it's a 12 valve. It kept running.
It did
So,
keep
yeah, we
running.
Yeah, and I melted a line. That's where the fire, one of my vacuum lines melted on the turbos.
Yeah, we had
So
a
there's a
turbo
lot of
tuner
heat.
on it.
Exhaust manifold, I think, is a little bit warped. And so
Crazy how much heat happens in a burnout.
The problem is the junker, it's got 351 on the manifold, and that's the Lord's charger for sure. But but it's not happy with the 5,000 RPM. You're probably revving that thing to. So you were definitely a little more spicy.
But it's a 5.9. We need the little charger for the spool up because you've got to be able to boost
it's
easy.
a great turbo, but maybe 5,000 RPM. If you're racing it and you want to survive, or in doing a burnout, maybe 4,000.
So one problem is I think the rear brakes. I have upgraded wheel cylinders for drag racing. And so I think we need to find a way to disable the rear brakes,
So we're talking line locks.
line lock, or just capping the
Vice
line
grip.
off.
It's the
Vice
junker.
grip.
All right. I want a line lock in Ruby. But first, talk about junker. So, yeah, you've already done a contest. And when yours, I will say in Arizona, when yours came out, it was like mind blowing because we'd seen a few burnout rigs come in. None of them with any kind of real power.
Yeah.
And so they weren't like, I mean, they were great, fun, entertaining. And then all of a sudden you came out here, it's loud, and you are flying. You're just whipping that thing, and people are like, what the heck? It was like the first one of that event that came out was just annihilating tires, not burning them off, but like literally like tires have no chance. It was pretty fun, but you did have some issues.
I wonder. Sorry, this is my brain. You were talking, and I got tangented.
Go for it.
So you get points off of instant smoke. So that's the problem I have with these burnout competitions. I think they're cool, and obviously the Australians have really figured out, like they've got it down to a science. The problem is their science is not what I want to do and what I think deems
cool.
a good burnout. Like they don't want you to sit on the limiter. To me, listening to a diesel on a hard limiter is like half of what a burnout is. It's freaking awesome. Just listening to it like making turbo noises at 5,000 RPM, like to me isn't that cool? Having it sit there and crackle and pop on the limiter and overdrive, like that's dope. Like I
We
love
need like
that.
another class. Like
Yeah.
we think your rules suck, Australia. You've been doing this for years and years. We've been doing it for 10 minutes. We can help you out.
Yeah, let me tell you a thing or two about burnouts, okay? Like Will Terry's
Limiters are
"First,
cool.
Do you have a gas mask? Yeah, I see rookies. But anyway, so I was thinking about, do you think you could rev the shit out of a diesel? Like, you'd obviously take the right setup, like the junker. I mean, I guess any of the threes truck. I'm not going with the shorty, but like shorty's my burnout version.
Right.
Like, do you think you could rev like it to 3,000, 4,000, and then pull it from neutral into third, locked, and just get it to roast them? I bet it could do it.
Oh man.
I'd have to spool fast. Maybe you don't even have to do locked. It would just have to be third unlocked and then hit lockup. I wonder if it would do it. Oh, we might have to do some testing later, but
Whoa, my
I think it would take it.
because you could
So you're talking rev it up and then
so 4,000, just clutch
4,000
drop
RPM.
it.
neutral.
Grab it to third.
Go to third.
oh,
You got small
To
enough
make it
compounds. You have 10 pounds just sitting there, like small turbo on the manifold. You rev it up to 4,000.
my 99 when I used to free rev it to drag race, it'd make about 4 pounds at 3,800 with a single turbo. So you'd probably be at 10 or 12 pounds of the compounds.
I mean, so especially if you spike the throttle a little bit, or like don't just sit there at 4,000 and then shift it. Like if you floor it and then shift it back once it gets high enough, that way, I mean, you have the load of trying to accelerate it. Like I don't know. I feel like this is the problem with shop talk on a podcast, is I feel like people are judging us really hard right now. But this is what we put our transmissions through. So like, hey, like we're like logically thinking like, okay, the forward clutch has to grab. It normally doesn't have to get put through that, but it's a pretty stout clutch. It'll probably take it. Like it doesn't grab hard enough. That's just going to shock
You're
load the
probably not going
drivetrain.
to blow the sprag out of it.
I mean, it's no worse than trans braking for the rest of the drivetrain. So really, the sprag could be a problem because you're applying the reverse. Yeah, if the forward grabs before the low reverse band, it could be not ideal. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're going into third. You're not going into. There's no load on the sprag. Yeah.
Oh, but if it grabs the forward clutch before the direct clutch, it will be in first.
It will be on the sprag. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could test it, but it's like I guess I'd rather drop the trans out of it here and break a shaft.
Yeah, we'll do it here
there.
for sure. I'll do it on mine. I'm confident. Like I'll be the guinea pig. That if it breaks, we have moons to fix it. I'll do it.
So instant smoke's a problem. We figured the brakes will help the load on the engine, so it's not so bad.
You can't be on
the
the brakes.
overheating. I was thinking maybe like a spray bar. Do we get like a water methanol injection, but just do water and put a spray nozzle on the intercooler and
I
the
have
radiator?
hoarded, so like just so you guys know,
Or like boost activated?
When we moved to this shop, we cleaned out the other race shop, and we had like 2 or 3 or 4 like water meth kits. I hoarded them all for this moment. So whatever you need, I'll sponsor it.
So do you think, would you go boost activated? So once you're over 20 pounds of boost, then it kicks on?
I think you do
So
boost activate that. We don't have to remember to turn it on off. And then I think what you do, so if you're trying to do two-wheel drive is probably fine, but you could also just put water on the tire, like have spray nozzles on the tires. like when I was thinking about doing 4-wheel drive stuff.
Well, we got a tire. They said that Toyo's sponsoring it, and we don't have to buy our tires. So I don't care if the tires melt down extra fast.
I'm trying to do 4-wheel drive. So like
Cyclones.
If I was gonna do it, like that's why I saved them is for cyclones. And I was like, oh, if I'm gonna have it for cyclones, I might as well also do a spray bar. But for you, maybe you just do a spray bar, or if we're trying to help the tires out a little bit, or help the the sprag out on that.
Are we going to put
1.3.
Vangens on it to fix the boots? I was just thinking too. You do a minute-long burnout, and that's a lot. I mean, those boots are at 600 degrees for a minute, and they're not rated or 700.
How did it blow a hole in it, or did it rip it, or did it blow it off?
I honestly can't remember if it just blew it off because it got soft.
I don't even have tie bars. The Shorty makes 90 some pounds of boost and has nothing, and it just holds it. So maybe just a well-designed pipe is all it needs. Like, that could be it.
That's asking a lot on the junker. Well-designed compound pipe.
I do think we should like pull a trick out of roadkill. Anytime you overheated a truck on roadkill, Finnegan would pull the hood off and drive it in and had no more issues. I wonder if you simply like had a good working fan.
Yeah.
It
And it
has electric. Oh wait, no, it has a mechanical fan.
It has no shroud, so you should
So
put
we
a
need
shroud
to put
on
a
it.
shroud on it.
But I just think like that boot being exposed, that it's gonna get hot, but it also is being cooled the whole time by fan blowing all of it. And also like you have like two competing things there: the inside heat, external cooling of it. It probably would last because those boots are pretty tough.
So maybe we'll take the hood off.
That's what I want to do on mine. I want to take the hood off, have my fan like we're gonna do something to tuning to have the fan like or somewhere so the fan's like just on.
Yeah. So in the tuning, I don't know if we just do it in the tuning, or what you could just do is go to the coolant temp sensor and either plug a dummy one in that makes it think it's at 240 the whole time.
So just on.
And that way it just kicks it on and it keeps it on. I'll have to look at what options we have in tuning and see what the best easiest option
for
is.
electric fan.
For his, because it's not
yours
electric
is
fan, it's an
mechanical.
electrically controlled mechanical fan.
Yeah.
And so if we can get it to kick on just in the pits, that'll help.
Then I'll have great intercooler flow the whole time. I'll have great radiator flow the whole time. I mean, I do worry the sound of the fan, because it's a Cummins, not super loud, is going to sound kind of lame with that fan going 100 miles an hour.
How are we going to
Nothing
rev
sounds like
limit the
motor.
junker better?
Your foot, really. I mean, I don't know. We have stuff on there. I think it has RPM, so it can probably do it for you.
Based off RPM, and it could limit?
Maybe.
Because you can just go till the governor springs govern out, but then you're at 5,000 or wherever they're going to govern,
We
and
could
they
put
don't
different
pull
governor springs in
immediately.
it,
They're
too.
not hard. It just leans out. I don't know if it gets cooler when it leans out up there, if it's lean enough to get
I
cooler
think
if
the
we're going to be
crazy
hot.
RPMs is just heat. I don't know why, but every time you're high RPM, I feel like those things just get hot.
yeah. 12 valves especially. They just don't like it.
The head-
Not fuel only.
yeah.
That's a stage 2 hot street head on it, right?
It's got the prototype, so it's like every port's different.
Perfect.
It's the junker.
I wonder what power would make if it had a proper head. Like everyone's good.
It's real nice.
Real nice. Real nice.
So, I mean, while we're bench racing here, we're getting rid of the aggressor 480 and going to a 98.
Yep.
If we don't change the fuel side, I mean, what's it going to pick up? Another 100, 200 horsepower?
I don't think you need more power for a burnout. What you need is just better RPM capability. Really?
And better flow.
What
You'll have
about
a lot
an
more air.
external gate? Do we weld that on there? Would that help? Because we
You-
get some exhaust flow, so you get more flow through the motor. It would
You
slow the turbos down.
You would. I mean, the 351 has a pretty capable manifold gate. I don't know.
And it's one of
It's the
ours. It's already got a bigger
Yeah.
waste gate because all of our aggressor 351s have a larger hole than a standard 351. So you have a pretty good gating through that to feed the big turbo. I don't know if you'll gain a ton there to be. I think there's a lot more. Given our time crunch, I feel there's better use of time than that
Yeah.
because the waste gate already flows pretty good.
So, I mean, I think a line lock will make a huge difference if nothing else. So do
So
you guys want to do a
line lock-
ball valve or do you want to do a freaking
Oh, that's
switch?
easy. Let's just do a ball valve.
Just
I
turn
mean,
off
it's
the-
going to suck because I can't build boost like against the brakes. It'll start doing a burnout.
I want to
but
switch or something. So if I have to use brakes and I hit a wall, I have all four. My truck is not the junker. Yours hits a wall, no problem.
So the problem with a switch is, let me think. I feel like I've had this problem before. I'm blocking the signal. So the way I think the switch works, because you're not using a normal line lock. You're using like a circle track where they want to block the left, like the front left or something wheel line lock. And that's normal line locks hold pressure in the brakes. You want a line lock that's preventing the pressure from getting to the brakes.
Correct.
And so that circle track line lock, I really kind of think that it's just a normal line lock plumb backwards, but either way, that's what I bought.
Mhm.
And the problem with it is that you have to, in order, like, if you turn the switch off and you push the brakes, it's obviously blocking. The only way for the brake, that valve to open, is for the pressure on your master cylinder
To
side
be released.
to be released. So now it can open and it can flow back and forth freely.
So the reality
So
of
if you
that
smash the
happening-
brakes and you hit the, then
Nothing's
hit
gonna
the,
happen.
yeah, it's just not
Yeah.
going to happen. So it's
Okay.
like not, it's kind of optimistic.
Yeah, it's not real realistic.
And that's why you normally, like, when I first started doing line locks, I was like, why would you, like, if you're doing a burnout for drag racing, why do you want, like, why don't you just block the rear instead of lock the fronts? Well, it's that way when you're done with the burnout, you hit the brakes and they all turn on, versus if you lock out the rears, it's not until you let off the brakes and then turn off the switch and reapply it that you'll have all four-wheel drive brakes.
Yeah.
So
What about one thing we could, I don't know if we have time, but I've seen these guys put like a drift, a handbrake. So they put a second like master cylinder there for the rears. So if you get into trouble, you can reach down. It also lets you lock up the rear to help slide around. But if we put a drift brake in the junker,
No,
I mean, how much mile an hour do you plan on getting in the brake? So first of all, yeah, the drift brakes, they go in line with the rear
the
line.
pit's huge at SEMA. Like
Really?
there's room to be well into overdrive, flipping insanely. I mean, it's a big pit they have because they do other events there. So I mean, there's enough room to set up jumps and jump trophy trucks in there.
Yeah.
It's not like a little
is there a way
pit.
we could put a scoreboard on top of my truck that shows wheel speed? That would be cool.
Or boost for the
Or
junker.
boost. Yeah, boost will be like this is going 150 mile an hour wheel speed. That'd be kind of cool.
Probably
Probably not-
Australians there, so
They're like, whatever, dude. We're doing 200 mile an hour and I'm blowing out.
Yeah,
colors.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
they're not displaying what it is, so people don't know.
Yeah, if I say,
no idea.
yeah, nobody knows, like 150 miles an hour, beat that, bro. Prove it. I don't have the RPM in that truck to go.
But they
I think
also,
go much
the
faster than that.
Australians run 26-inch tires, though. So it's just like a 26-inch tire at 9,000 RPM is like a 32-inch truck tire at 6,000, right? I mean,
which is only 2,000 RPM higher than I'm going to be. So yeah, I don't know. It may not be very impressive to have 150 mile an hour wheel speed. But,
what about a flamethrower on the junker?
I mean, that would be great.
I've seen
So
guys.
people that think that this is like, oh, Will's just being above and beyond because there's a camera rolling. No,
No, we've
this
talked
is
about this many
normal.
times.
Continue. This is just
So
Will.
I've seen people light smoke when they get the engine hot and then they mat the throttle and make smoke. If they have like a MAP gas torch and touch it, it'll light up when the soot gets out in the atmosphere. So if we could have some sort of a flame source like that you could turn on, and I've seen guys do things like a spark plug and a coil, and then it like pushes like a little bit of gasoline out, so it makes like a little mini flamethrower
This
that
is a
hits
junker.
it.
I think you need to make a bracket hold one of your little Coleman lantern things and your little propane torch and just have it going the whole time.
You just light
That's
a
my favorite
propane
idea.
torch and leave it there.
Yeah, just make a bracket on your hood stack and just have it there.
And the
shooting
propane
flames.
torch
zip
is just
tie.
going.
Zip tie,
The
just,
whole
just
torch.
see what happens, man.
We'd have to test it before, but if that's enough heat to go, that'd be a great little
No,
setup.
just like light it and then start the truck.
No, but I mean, we got to test it here before
Oh,
we get
yeah.
there to make sure it works. Because I don't think cold diesel smoke is flammable enough. I think it's got to be like elevated, 700-800 degree exhaust. Then it will light up easier when it hits the atmosphere. Like when it's
Okay.
cold and you rev it, it's like almost like a dense, wet smoke where when it's good and hot.
Yeah.
Because you see all the time when guys let off sometimes and they get back on the throttle and go to flame for a second.
Yeah.
It's just a lot more volatile.
Like I feel like it's when the exhaust pipe is so hot that it lights the soot. it's
But
burning.
but there's not enough oxygen to do it. So when it gets out in the atmosphere, then it goes. But that would make it like kind of over the top if we added like flamethrower somehow.
I mean, there's gonna be Australians there. Are they throwing flame at all? I feel like the diesel.
It's probably against the rules, but this is SEMA. There's no rules.
This is Horsepower Rodeo, bro. Anything
Horsepower
goes.
Rodeo, you push the limits.
That's right.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that'd be cool. So obviously, like I'm kind of getting back into cooling. Like I want like the hood off. How do we even get there? Like, do we just drive these trucks down? We tow them down?
And the junker's definitely getting towed. It's not going to be running after this
It
event.
wouldn't be very smart for me to think mine's going to be 100% reliable. So I should probably tow mine down too,
Mhm.
which I have Willard, which is an awesome tow truck.
And
Or you could tow Willard with your mega cab to flex on everybody and then tow your mega cab back home after you break it in the burnout contest with
Just want a
Willard
reminder,
to flex on everybody.
Hmm.
Double
no
flex.
one's gonna notice that it's the tow truck.
That's
okay?
true. That's true.
Like,
it's not a big deal.
as cool as that is, nah.
I think I'm towing the junker, and it's Vegas, it's ghetto, so I'll probably use my ratty open flatbed trailer because I don't want an enclosed trailer that somebody thinks there's something valuable in there to break into, unless they have a good trailer parking area close. I don't know. We got to get those details from, we're not famous influencers, so we don't get full access like these other guys.
You guys have both been in one of these pit things, and I've done many burnouts on the street for sure, but I've never been in a pit. What is the purpose of a wheel lock? Like, do you use your brakes a lot while you're actually doing the burnout? Like, or
Yeah.
you're on your brakes a lot?
Yeah.
Just to keep control of the vehicle. Just
if
if
not,
you're coming
you just
too
accelerate.
Yeah, if you're coming too fast, otherwise you got to continually turn to keep from accelerating. So you hit the brakes a little bit, but you don't want it to slow down the rear end, which you power through it. It's not a problem, but it's loads the engine harder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely freeing up the rear wheels is a big deal. Definitely.
I also I don't know how much mile an hour you're trying to hit with your tow truck. I don't feel like the rear brakes are nearly as important as you think.
What do you mean?
Like you're trying to I want to be able to turn the rear brakes on if I'm coming into a corner too fast.
Fair enough.
You're in a very sticky pit because a lot of people have put down a lot of rubber. Your fronts are pretty.
And the
brakes.
front end's heavy because your motor's up there.
Yeah.
I think that's honestly why diesels do such good burnouts is they're very nose heavy. And so the rear end's kind of light and follows it around
Nothing
better.
to do with the 1,000 horsepower on tap.
Oh, the 2,000 foot of torque you're playing with. What about breathing? Like,
airflow is a problem.
I'm talking about for me personally.
I know.
Like, do I just roll the windows up and put on like recirculate and have my air conditioning going?
I've
like,
seen people have fans blowing through the cockpit so that eventually it clears out, but you're just going to be pulling tire smoke back in.
If the pit's big enough, though, you can kind of avoid your smoke. You maybe drive around a little bit.
Because you lose visibility in the pit. Like, you can't even see.
You roll down the windows?
Roll up. Yeah.
And nothing. No.
And then you have enough kind of air inside the cab generally to last you a while.
So just don't have the AC going or nothing.
And then just try to leave the plume behind you.
The junker's got so many holes though from the roll cage. It's like smoke comes in there pretty bad. The last time I did a long burnout when we were standing, I had to put a gas mask on because I had to stop my burnout because I choked on the smoke and I had to let out, and it's bailing, as you're gasping for air. And that's when I kind of started figuring out the gas mask was great, but you can't see as well.
You have holes in the bottom of your cab, exactly where the smoke is trying to come up. I think there's some on the back wall of the cab, and then I think there's more in the door. Is that right, in the door jamb? We could tape over the door jamb holes. I mean, the only reason they're there is just to prevent pressure and circulation and stuff, so you can tape over them. I don't know. That is a real problem. But you have a mega cab, so that'll help. You have more capacity than I do.
A lot of air, yes. I can
definitely put the vents on recirculate.
Or do I just put them on off? Recirculate's nice though because it's so good. It actually pulls a vacuum.
I mean, it's Vegas. I don't know how hot it's gonna be.
Well, I mean, but
you can run your AC during the burnout contest.
I might. Because it'd be cool. And I might have a little soda in there, a little ice drink in there. But I mean, the recirc is probably pretty good because when I drive down the road on a windy day, my doors kind of in the wind be very noisy. If I put on recirculate, it actually is a vacuum and makes it a lot better. So I wonder if it really would help keep the cab clean with recirculate because it's going to really suck those doors in. Something to think about. I'm thinking about it.
One thing I noticed on Meyer's last burnout, after he did it, and then he tried to go into four-wheel drive and do cyclones, after he had the engine pretty hot, let's say after 30, 40 seconds, there's so much heat in the pipes and the intercooler, it was very difficult for him to get the truck spooled again.
Something was wrong. I was like, well, I'm going to try.
Because it was so hot. The intake temps were so high, it wouldn't hardly...
Yeah.
So that's something else to keep in mind. As you get later, if you snuff the truck, if you don't have nitrous or something on board, you're probably not going to get it relit.
Which you have, I forgot to turn my fan on, so the intercooler was just scalding hot. The burnout before that I tried, it wasn't nearly as bad. And so
having the fans going the whole time is a big deal.
That was crazy. I had no idea I was going to be why is this thing not spooling? This is wild.
And it's a 6.7. When I saw that, I was like, what the heck? Something broke. I thought a pipe had melted.
Yeah.
If you do spray bars, your intercooler, it'd be kind of cool because all of a sudden you have a bunch of steam just coming up like crazy as you're doing burnouts. People think you're on fire or you broke something. You're like, nope, I'm just staying in it.
But if you sprayed it enough, you'd get that water onto the radiator and you get a lot of cooling as it turns the
if your fans are on,
it's steam.
It's going to pull through.
That might be the key
we need
to be able to go.
A bar. I need to order you guys some I guess we have tubing. We just need just mount a bar across and drill small holes in it, and then just freaking run a pump or two.
So then there's points for blowing up tires, which is hard on your bedsides. The junker, we're not afraid of that, unless I put new bedsides on it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna blow up tires.
But I'm like, do I overinflate them so that they are like little skinny pie cutters and they really get on the belts quick and they blow up faster because they overpressure? Or do you?
I don't know. I mean, if anything's gonna blow up tires, the junkers want to do it on. That's for sure the best one. What do I do for smoke? Do I just run my full exhaust? Should I make a quick hood stack? I could take the hood stack off of Cummins'
I think the
car.
hood stack is a cool look of the black coming up and that.
Yeah,
And
you're taking the hood off. Like that's almost no brainer.
Yeah, so then do I just remove my exhaust system for the day?
What you have just a GT55, so you just look
I
like
could just use a Cummins cart head stack. So I got cross bolts and everything. It's the same flange.
yours kicks back a bunch though. I don't know if you're.
The turbo.
I don't know. You might be able to. If not, it's just a 90 and a straight.
Mhm.
Use the the Scratz, super tall one.
Ooh.
It's exactly what you need.
Yes, that's a
'Cause
great
it's
one.
a really tight straight.
So do you think
Yeah.
there's bonus points for a bigger stack? Do we put like a garbage can looking thing on my stack?
I like
Yes,
exhaust
why not?
velocity. I like
Mhm.
the exhaust coming out looking like going fast. I don't want this lazy fluffing out exhaust. I want it going up like freaking Holland butt up out the pipe. But yeah, so I need to stack. So we need like probably just temporarily remove that exhaust system or just leave it in place and take it to the downpipe. Just because the downpipe is just the clamp that it's not welded.
Mhm.
We just take out the downpipe and leave the exhaust dangling, I suppose.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
long as it's got a brace up there by the trans somewhere, it'd probably ride just fine right
Mhm.
there. And if you're towing it down, I mean, you wouldn't want to drive a hood. I guess you can drive a hood stack, but it's a little bit annoying.
If I tow
highway.
it, if I'm towing it down, it's not a big deal. Then I could. Ruby does fit in that enclosed trailer. I've done that before.
Hmm.
That's why I took it to King of Street, so I could put it in there. That way, it's not, having the air blow through turbo, the exhaust, and ruin the turbo on the way
Think
down.
about that. Sometimes you blow up a turbo dragging it open.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys don't know that. If you haul with your turbo open, sometimes they'll spin and
The air will
seize
spin
up
it,
the
and
bearings
there's
and
no oil.
mess up all kinds of crap. Like
Mhm.
cover your turbo.
I shove a rag down the pipe and then it blows out when I start it. So on Amazon. Do you want me to order you guys pressure switches? Which you guys do you actually want that for your hobs? A hob switch for the
Yeah,
coolant? That way it's
definitely.
automatic.
And I think a 20 PSI would be great because
For what?
a hob switch to turn on a water injection to spray water on the front. And maybe even, I could spray water in the intake horn. I hadn't thought about that.
That keeps things cool too.
But you'd want a higher pressure. You probably want it like 60 for that so that it's only when you're really getting
you
after
could
it.
spray it in the
Dude,
98.
I bet 35. I think it would take 35. So the one
You're
I
thinking
found here.
spraying pre-turbo?
Yeah. They don't have to have a high pressure system.
I feel like you could do it interstage. I think that's the best place to put it. When I did on Shorty, when I used the brake clean can, the fog pre-turbo, I lost power. When I did it interstage, I actually picked up power. It's got to be just cooling off the exhaust or cooling off that air before.
big
It's like an intercooling effect, which that also help
And
get
so
the
maybe
restriction
I
away
could
from
even
that
put a
charger.
small jet because I'm worried about running out of water in the tank. But if you put a small
How many
jet
gallons?
there, we need quite a bit for the front.
So I have multiple kits. We can run one kit for the spray bar and another kit. And I think those are like 5-gallon tanks. Like that's pretty good.
That's
amount.
probably
Mhm.
enough. Yeah, 5 gallons of water, that's a lot of like latent
Yes,
heat
it is.
as
It's
that
a lot.
evaporates. That'll pull a
So
lot of heat
I
out of the
will-
motor. Maybe you can get by with one radiator and
I will buy 2 hobs, like Honeywell hob switches. See?
Yes.
C as in yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we don't forget.
are they adjustable?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So that's what I put as a
I
lock switch.
probably need 2.
You don't. So do you want 2
Because
different stages?
I might do 2 different trigger points.
Well,
And we're going to want to spare if one of them fails because that would suck if we're down there a couple days.
okay. So you want 2 different trigger points because you can use it to control a relay.
I may want 2 different trigger points. I don't
So
think
it's a
so. but
35-pound switch.
that's the highest it'll go. Oh, that's fine.
I think you can. I
I was just thinking
highest-
if I was fogging it in the air horn,
It'll
pre-turbo,
take
that'd be
35.
fine. So.
Yeah, it'll take 35. You just really all you want is enough airflow that it's not going to sit in the intercooler. It's not like it's going to put out the fire
Yeah.
at any
I
point.
guess we're not putting a huge amount of water in there. What else would you really? Seat belts. You're gonna want a fire jacket and a helmet, but beyond that, spare parts maybe. Do I bring extra manifold
bring
and
an extra-
gaskets? Probably extra turbo setup in case I
Probably a spare for each turbo, boots.
spare motor.
Yeah,
How
why
many
not?
days are we gonna be down there?
He said it's Tuesday through Friday, but we don't need to be there every day.
Maybe
Maybe
like
2
one day.
days. And who knows if they're both broke so bad after one day, we'll be one and
See you
done.
guys later.
So it was fun. Wouldn't want to live here.
Yeah.
So Will's
What could be more important
opting for a handbrake.
We found a
my
handbrake, so I
gosh.
can use a ball valve to disable, and
Do
then
you
the
think you can
handbrake.
go from that kind of speed to
You'd have
zero?
to unlock and then I don't know. I think a
No,
handbrake
I
would
want
be
it to
dope.
start so that I can have the handbrake to build boost to start it without a trans brake, drop the handbrake and immediately have tire smoke, and then I don't have brakes slowing me down the rest of the burnout. And then if I do get an emergency, I'm going to hit the wall, I can pull the handbrake even if it shuts the truck off. It'll be okay.
I think after this podcast, I'm going to go from neutral to third and see what happens. Like, it seems like a far easier method.
You're fixing to go from neutral to third and see what happens?
I think it'll take it. Like, why wouldn't it?
I don't know. You're the transmission guys. I can't tell you one way or another.
It sounds terrible, but so does a trans brake when you really think about it. So
Yes.
it's like, one terrible, other terrible. It's
And
all
we
fine.
trans brake all the time.
So you want to do a short bed and you want to do a wrap. Gosh, that's a lot to do in a week and a half.
Yeah, I saw you order those bedsides. You're gonna do the bedsides.
Mhm.
You're gonna do the whole thing. You're gonna shorten
They
it.
already had long ones coming. Griff's getting me some short ones so that I could potentially do short.
Oh my
bed.
gosh, they had long ones?
You have
But-
2 sets coming.
The long ones were already coming. They ordered them 2 days ago. I didn't know, but Meyer needs one to fix his truck.
I do.
So if
So
worst case scenario, I've wasted a long bedside. If the short ones don't come in time, I guess I'm gonna use some long bedsides.
So are you gonna you're gonna shorten it like in all this
I
week
actually-
and a-
frame.
So
in a week and a
normally,
half?
normally I'm a hater
When
on
you
these
order
things.
when you order a new drive shaft, get one for the Cummins car too. would
He
you?
already has.
I
the
have
drive
one in
shaft for me.
stock for a Dana 70 or an 80. I got you, boo. The
Aluminum?
shorty. No, not you. Him.
I know. I said you ordered. Oh, you ordered, so I'm not
I
gonna
need to order. He has one.
All right.
And because the only because it already has a fuel cell, there's no fuel lines to modify.
So
They're rubber fuel lines. The only thing I have to worry about is the tail light wiring. You know, the tail lights.
I don't even know why you'd waste a second with long ones. Just put if you're getting short ones coming, just shorten the thing.
That's what I'm gonna
that's
do.
what. So
Yeah.
when he talked about long bed sides, I was like, that sounds like a terrible idea. And then he was just like, oh, I could do a short thing. I was like, if you're going to do bed sides and make it look nicer, short bed. 100%. It'll drag race better. And then we can take the weight that we saved and put it on a butthurt bar.
butthurt bar hanging back there so it does wheelies.
I was like, I'm
Oh,
sold.
Junker needs a butthurt bar so
How
bad.
many 4 a.m.s do I have to be here to get this done? Like, I am
I
down.
think it would be great. A big old butthurt
with
bar on
tractor
there.
weights.
Oh, I don't care. Like, I'm thinking
It could be
like
an axle. It could be
so
wheels.
something we've talked about doing for a long time is like taking a dually axle, taking the shafts out, stubbing it, like making it super narrow, and putting a legit like dually Dana 70 axle with dually tires as a butthurt bar, as a wheelie bar.
So then as it comes up, it rides on the like an RC car, you know, it just rides on it.
I want to do it pretty bad.
If it pulls wheels with that would be. All right, it's the coolest thing ever. I don't even care about burnout contests. This is way more fun. This sounds
I
awesome.
know.
So we're like, if we're gonna work on the truck, we might as well make it something cool.
Yeah. All right, I'm in.
And if
I'm
it ruins
in.
the
This is
motor,
cool.
if it ruins the little 5.9 in it, I mean, it has factory rods. I mean, it's
So,
not.
You're gonna spin the thing so fast. You're not hurting nothing.
Yeah, you're
there.
fine.
That's gonna be. I mean, yeah, if you're like doing a nasty launch, but you'll be up at 4,000 RPM. You'll be fine.
It'll be great. So
And those 14 millimeter socket head studs
head
for the
bolts,
win.
not studs, bolts.
Head bolts and main bolts.
It seems wrong
That
to say
junker motor.
head. Like when you say 14 millimeter, it gets followed with head studs.
I know, it's hard
so
to say
It's like
head
hard to
bolts.
say it. So for yours, we need. Do you really want a handbrake? Because if I'll get stuff ordered. Okay.
Absolutely.
And do you want like a good one or do you want like in junker fashion?
How expensive is a good one?
Willwood was $330.
And the junker ones are
Like
$60.
like almost too cheap to where I'm like sketched.
That's the one for the junker.
Do they have $100 option?
I will look. I also need to understand why you'd have like a mat. Like there's a reservoir on some and not on others. And I don't know if it's like an extra bleed point or I don't know. But anyway, so we want to do a handbrake. Cool. You want a ball valve, which it looks like you can just get inline ones. So it's a little bit of brake work, which we're doing brake work anyway for the handbrake. So we can just pop it in and then it'll just be manual. The brake lines have to be inside the cab anyway. So probably put the ball valve inside the cab.
Yeah.
So otherwise I would just keep it outside. So we need to do that. I need to make a
I want to
list.
see that Dana 70 wheelie bar.
I do too.
And I wanna
Like,
see that thing
Had you
pull
not heard
wheels
us
and
talking about
riding.
that?
this
No,
has been
This
years.
is about the
Oh my
third
gosh.
time we've been talking about
You
this.
guys
now.
must be like the 3 a.m. stuff. You're like, oh, I'm like a 1 or 2. That's a 3 a.m. stupid talk. But
yeah,
yeah, like literally duals hang on the back and you ride a wheelie bar and it hits those dualies. Oh my god.
Just that would be perfect.
yeah.
We even
Oh
like
my
did the
God.
math on the weight and what it would take to like make it teeter totter and stuff. And we decided that it wouldn't really take much, maybe 300 pounds. But now that it's going to short bed,
Dan at 80 weighs like, I mean, just without tires is like 400 pounds.
Yeah.
So like if you keep pinion and everything in it, which duh.
Of
Now
course.
there was talk about trying to get the drive shaft to hook up to it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
so
know.
it's a 4-wheel drive only when it does a wheelie.
I don't know. That was a little tricky.
Just make sure you angle the pinion so someday you could if you had to do that.
And that's when it got really late. And we're like, all right,
Okay.
we're going to get a semi-axle that's got a jack
Drive
shaft through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do they make one with 354s? I don't know.
Yeah.
Handbrake.
You
Then
add 10,000 pounds of axle to make it hook
Yeah.
up. That's
Great
smart.
idea. Great way to have a slower truck than we ever did before.
It's a good
but
thing we
opposed
went two-wheel
wheels.
drive because it's light. Brake ball valve, and then you need a short bed.
If I had time, it would be great to put a sway bar in the front of the junker. I took it off because it drag raced better, but it makes it way more stable and flat when you go whipping around
I think
in
I have an
circles.
extra one. And it's just a bolt-in. I mean, it's the same. It's a Shorty's old one, so it's actually two-wheel drive.
Might
So
be
it's-
worth it to put that
Sway
on
bar.
if I have time. If we're making a list.
I should make sure both mine front and back have it in Ruby. Make sure I got.
Yeah, because
You only have a front.
So just get a rear.
You need a rear.
Yeah.
and then you'll feel way more confident whipping it around. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
so
not
it's
going to
not
roll your
rolling.
truck over.
Yeah.
Rear sway
Even
bar.
if you like knocked a tire off the bead, it won't roll the good
Which
sway
Will
bar.
likes
It'll-
his rear sway bar even in his tow truck, so it's not even a bad
Yeah,
thing.
really
Yeah.
made my tow truck
Total
very
better.
stable.
Yeah.
Totally
So I
worth
should
it.
get a,
I think I have a
rear
Hell Wig one on mine.
You need
Works
a
pretty
way
good.
of forcing the coolant fan on.
Yeah.
And I would put water and like water wetter because it cools better, but I figure you're going to puke so much coolant if you do more than one burnout that survives that you just need
What-
to be putting water in there anyway.
What water system do you want? Like
I think just
two?
snow, water, methanol. Yeah, two
you
of them
want
would
so
be
you
fine.
want one on a spray bar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you want one
One to spray
water
interstage.
injection.
The water injection. Keep that motor
Interstage.
cooler. What about my thermostat? I know if you take it out, you get some recirculation. Do you just plug that and then you can run no
I don't know what the
T-stat
12 valve looks like, but I run no T-stat and then
and just plug
just
it?
plug it. I love how we say T-stat like Foreign Warriors. Thermostat. Run no
T-stat.
thermostat. And then just plug it so it doesn't recirculate. Because if you look at the thermostat, there's a small puck on the bottom of it that when it opens, it plugs the recirculation. And so when it closes, it opens the recirculation. That way you have water moving through constantly. Well, when you remove the thermostat, now you have it recirculating as well. So if you can plug it, you get a bit better.
So the
cooling.
old method was to run a thermostat, drill a bunch of holes in it so it had good flow through it, and it would get hot and plug off all the way. But the right way is to just.
the
But
divide
everybody
path.
says, "Oh, you pull the T-stat, it goes through the radiator too fast and doesn't cool." I'm like, "Bull crap."
Show me a calculation that makes
Yeah.
that makes sense.
There's no basis for that at
Yeah.
all. Goes through it faster.
Oh no.
Mythbusters.
Technically, it would cool better if it goes faster.
It
'cause
loses
there'd be
less
more,
temperature.
because there would be more temperature gradient that the air
Difference.
is working on.
So the water leaving the intercooled radiator would be hotter, but it'd be traveling much faster. So
But you would be removing more BTUs from the system because of the higher differential
Because you
temperature of
have
the
higher
air.
differential temperature on
So
average
throughout
across the
whole
radiator longer.
system, you'd have a lower, even though maybe at that leaving the radiator at that given time might be hotter, overall it should be cooler.
And then you want the spray bar pointed at the radiator, or I guess when you see how much one pumps, it might be two. We could do two of them. I guess really you just do one bar, and we'll just use some like random tubing, weld that fitting on the end, cap the other, and just run it to it. Because you can just
And you get some simple like jets from like IFA, like little water pressure,
I was gonna do holes.
just holes,
Yeah,
little holes, and psh.
same
You
function.
think a jet? You want to give a jet? That
I
way,
was
right?
thinking just a couple of the little water methanol spinner jets they already make and put a couple there
you could do
instead
that.
of a whole spray bar. But I thought it might make a big enough mist that it kind of gets half of it with just one simple jet or two of them. But the spray bar sounds elaborate. I know they make them for spraying like CO2 and stuff on intercoolers,
Yeah, I think water is a
but
great idea.
works really well in the dyno, so it should work there.
It would be nice to run a little bit in your pre-turbo. Just have that water, keep your valves a little bit cooler and all that kind of stuff.
Does the junker have power jets in it right now?
It has those prototype
Those
ones that are
prototype
too big.
ginormous ones.
Yeah.
So it'll smoke a lot, which adds to the show.
I'll have to run my big tune to get some smoke. Meyer's like, don't do it.
Oh my god! Why don't you just put a bag over there, filter? You freaking hillbillies! It's like we work so hard to not smoke.
We need the exhaust igniter system too, so we're gonna come with a flamethrower
Do you
system.
realize we have more lists on this?
And
we have more
fireworks.
entries.
We need a firework platform so I can light fireworks
Oh
on
my
the back and
gosh.
shoot them off.
Stop.
We have more entries in this list.
Somebody
than
did
days
that
to
years
do
ago.
it.
I think it was Bruce Wilson on his burnout truck. He lit fireworks. It didn't look as cool as he thought it would, but he did it.
Props for a cool idea.
So
basically, we need to like cut this
You
episode
want-
and pull the junker in here. Is kind of where we're at.
Yeah, we've got a month's worth of work to do in a week and a half.
igniter.
As in the days of old, smoking the bandit, long way to go, short time to get there. We're gonna do what they say can't be
So-
done.
Now that we have way too much to do on the junker, on Ruby we just have rear sway bar and forcing coolant fan on.
Are you going to put a water spray bar on that? It'd be really easy to add a water meth
I don't know
kit.
that I need it with a full fan. Like honestly, I feel like it's excess for me. I like a way bigger radiator than you, way bigger intercooler.
Yeah,
Like,
third gens do cool out better.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I like the idea, as much as how much time you're gonna take, I feel like I'm okay just to get that.
I'm trying to think how hard it would actually be for you, because if we just do just put a tank in the bed, just ratchet strap it in, and we just run some 1/4-inch poly line, and then just run it to it. The power wire can just go
I don't
through the
need
hub
power
switch.
wire. Here's what we should do: run boost to the tank, get a sealed tank, run boost to it, one line in, one line out to a jet in the intake, and that's all your power you need. You got 100
Let's
pounds
run
of
a
it.
nitrous bottle.
Don't even need that. You got 80 pounds of
That's
pressure,
what I'm saying is reuse a nitrous bottle and feed
Yeah.
the bottle with the gauge
which
port or
like we
whatever.
can with my bottles. I even have one. You can literally just run boost in the bottle, that pressurizes the system, run that pipe to the front of your bar, and have it just boost run it. You don't need to put no motor or nothing.
You could do that.
You could. That's like World War II aircraft technology right there.
It seems like you'd want to put a ball valve so you could meter it, because you wouldn't want to dump the whole load in 20 seconds, but you don't,
You'd restrict it with the nozzle, because if you use
Yeah.
a ball valve to restrict it, you're not getting your pressure drop across the nozzle, so it's doing droplets.
Yeah.
You want a small nozzle, so it has the most pressure drop across it, so you can optimize it the best.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, you could do that.
But if you put an actual size nozzle, like a 600 milliliter or whatever per minute, you could figure
I
that out.
think-
And with 80 PSI, that's going to be on the low end of the normal range they do. That would probably work great.
Hear me out. What if we
Mm.
make a standalone water meth kit that uses an M18 battery? And so you just like take the whole thing,
Milwaukee battery?
yeah, just strap it in the bed, and then you just have a wire going to a hob switch you can mount with like poly
Just run a
line.
boost line back to it for the hob switch.
Yeah, whatever. And then you just,
Just
pop
a
it
quick
in,
little reference line back
run the
to it.
line over to wherever, and bing,
So we're
bing, boom.
talking two lines, one that goes up to the water nozzle and one that comes back from the plenum to there to give it the
Yeah.
boost signal.
Like, I wish there was a way to like just use the one line, so when that line goes up, then it starts, but it just would never turn off, so it won't work.
I just really want to see the Junker Poe wheels on that Dana 80. That's I'm still there, man.
I know. Me too.
Oh.
That's why I was like, he said
So
short
yeah,
bed. I was
but
like,
Ruby, we got to figure out the little feeling issue we were having,
mhm.
but that's not a big deal. We'll get that figured out. And then just a sway bar. Like I say, I really feel like there's so much work to do on a Junker. I keep mine very simple. I think the cooling capacity is going to be enough as is, especially with the hood off and the fan just full going the whole entire time. Then we figure those things out. I'll probably be okay. I don't need the spray. If you have time, cool. But I
Mhm.
mean, I feel like that's going to be like the
Would you
last.
rather a spray bar or a spray interstage? I feel like you start with a cold engine, you're fine.
Yeah.
The main thing I care about is oil temp, and your oil temp's gonna be like cooling down your radiator is not gonna make a huge effect on
Right.
that. So I feel like cooling off the engine with with water injection would be just as good, if not better. So I'd probably if I had one kit, I'd probably just put it interstage.
Interstage. I would want to make sure the thing that does the hop switch is maybe a little bit nicer because then I guess you'd have a decent amount of boost before you'd have interstage boost. So it wouldn't like put it out if you put it, if I run my boost scenario where I'm just running it straight off boost.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good idea, but I feel like it's simple and it's awesome, but it's finicky.
Yeah, because it's going to go up and down
Because
the
the
whole time.
moment you make boost, it's going to start dribbling it in.
Mm-hmm. So you need some kind of like.
And I
pressure
don't
check.
care. Like you're never going to snuff it with water injection. I don't think pre-turbo. The
No.
issue is that you have a little bit of a drip or something, and it fills the intercooler, and the moment you rev it up, it just waterboards.
Quenches it and
Yeah.
Oh no.
might
So
bend
actually,
rods.
it's the first thing that happens is it pops the head stud, and then you break a billet rod.
Yes. Got it. Got it.
Ta-da.
how do you know that?
I did it. Obviously, I went through a puddle too fast. Is really the ultimate end to that engine, I think. But anyway, but it was fine. And then it wasn't until I drove and like got into it on the street later. Like I was in the parking lot, and just like did an undercarriage wash, and felt really cool. And then I went off whatever, and then I got into it on that road over there and just waterlogged the stupid thing.
I should separate subject. I should talk to Troy. I think he said he was going to get a bed for Ruby. He may have already got a good bed. So if that's the case, I could blow tires up.
Even if you haven't, you can still blow tires up.
I could either way, and then get another bed.
I mean, we don't have to go planning to compete with Australians, although they're going to try to hype it up like it's diesel versus gas or methanol.
I just want to say,
We'll
well,
just
I'm
tell
going to
them.
burn out. I want to hook up to one of your cars.
We'll just tell them. I'll just tell them straight up. I'll be like, I just want to compete on fairgrounds. I will compete with any car on pump fuel. I can buy my race fuel at the pump. So you get something on E85 or gasoline, and we'll do it.
Oh,
And if they can keep their gasoline or E85 car cool enough to do a minute-long burnout without methanol, which I don't think they can, we'll be on even grounds. Pump gas versus pump gas. It's just like when you have to make a record with a caveat or an asterisk.
Yes.
Micro
I have
record.
the fastest junker drag truck, 2-wheel drive, only a 95 model year truck
with the Dana 80 axle, hand
With
on
the
the
Dana
back,
80
dually
axle.
wheelie bar.
So it's awesome a job.
with a power-driven ported head on it.
All right.
The fastest in the world.
The problem I have is that like with my race truck, because I've common rail swapped it and it's white, like I have to go down a lot of micro records before I can finally get one. Because there's a lot of really fast
Lot
white common rail swapped
Yes, second gens.
second gens.
True this. Very true.
So I don't think micro records matter.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. We got a lot of work ahead of you guys because I'm gone for this week on vacation. Sorry.
Son of a.
I know. I'm bad. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. But I'll be back a couple days beforehand to throw in right before you leave because you won't be there because you'll be going on your vacation the week after. So do all the work so we can have all the fun. Thanks a lot, Meyer. Appreciate it.
Got you.
Anyway, we'll do some video on this. Hopefully you guys get this podcast out before SEMA so you can kind of be excited about the builds we're doing. And as dumb as redneck as yours is going to be, mine that's going to be perfect for what it is. The junk drag truck will stay true to its name, and get my tow truck, a little bit more radical with hood stack and a few little things to make it reliable. And hopefully I don't run into a wall. That's my goal. So
Because if you do, the drivetrain's worth more than the rest of the truck,
Oh,
and you
yeah,
would just buy a new
maybe
roller to
maybe
put
I
it
need
in.
to hit a wall. So I can say, fine, I'm going to get a real clean mega cab now and put my drivetrain in it. So that's my plan. That's a good idea. So anyway, guys, it's going to be fun. We're going to do some burnouts. Follow along. And like, subscribe, share, give us comments. We want to know ideas. You guys give us ideas for podcasts. We're always so grateful. We've actually done quite a few of those. So if you have an idea, something you haven't heard, something you want to hear, let us know. If we know something about it, we'll talk about it. So anyway, thanks, guys. We'll see you next time on the Power Driven Podcast.